it in with what it
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Guys, it's our first show. We haven't had to throw the rundown away. There's no breaking news this morning.
A nice feeling.
Thank goodness.
We got to talk about Zeke, though. We got to start the show off with Zeke again. Everyone's reactions. He seemed to me to be happy, overjoyed to be back with his teammates.
There's no doubt.
I mean, he showed you, didn't he? Like, you got to talk to him before everybody else. He looked positively giddy.
So many, I mean, the $100 million smile was
It's
all the way.
It's awesome.
How can you blame a guy who gets $50 million?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to be happy about that. Got to be.
So reactions were great. He ran out to practice, literally ran after our initial interview when he signed upstairs in Jerry's conference room, ran out to practice. You guys got to take a look yesterday. Anything out of the ordinary?
I wouldn't call it out of the ordinary, except that I thought we were about to play a playoff game, honestly. Like, I feel like
It was that much media coverage.
There's all the regular media that cover this team on a normal basis, and then there's like playoff media, and that's what yesterday was like. There were like 60 cameras at practice. There were like 18 to 20 reporters I've never seen before. If you haven't seen the photos of the scrum to talk to Zeke after practice, it was one of the most insane things I've ever seen. Like, everybody was waiting for this moment to jump on the Cowboys hype train, and now it's here.
The hype train is real. And guys, the Twitter world was afire, including Todd Gurley's tweet to congratulate him. Even after Zeke surpasses his contract, I thought that was real recognized real right there.
Did anybody say anything at practice about the new face mask?
Honestly,
I'm digging it.
You like the visor game?
Well, not just the visor. He has a new actual face mask. I didn't notice that until last night.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like the big double chin, like, kind of feel he has on that face mask. But I mean, he's Zeke. He can do what he wants.
It kind of looks like a defensive tackle almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Chris Canny face mask.
All right, we're going to hear from Ezekiel Elliott. And yesterday, Dave is not lying. There was maybe 50 or 60 people gathered around. But Zeke is so happy to have the support of his teammates as he's back at the Star.
I was definitely really anxious, because I definitely wanted to be here for the start of the season. But I'm happy it got done when it did, and I'm glad I was able to rejoin my teammates and start the season with them.
Was it important for you to be the highest paid running back in football?
It was.
Why?
Because I believe I'm the best. I got the call at like 6:15 this morning, so. Yeah, it took him a couple calls to wake me up.
Hard on his sleeve, always.
I relate to that very much.
So that's how early we get up every day for Cover 4 now. Barry, what's the locker room like when you get a guy back? It seemed like everybody felt the same way. They were just happy to have him back.
I mean, the locker room had to be excited about this. When you got your bell cow back in the backfield, and you got a guy like Zeke who brings that extra confidence, that extra swagger to the team. I mean, when we were playing with Romo, if he was healthy out there, we knew we had a chance in the game. And for Zeke, I feel like it's the same way with his team. As long as he's healthy and playing, they always got a chance to win.
There's a comfort level, right?
Of course.
For to have the running back there that you love so
They're
much.
ribbing him about the deal, though, right? They're like,
Oh, yeah.
like, when's he taking them to dinner?
Oh, yeah, there'll be steaks, wine. I mean, he has to treat them. I mean, with that much money, you can afford to.
Well, obviously, the family is probably excited as well. They were here at the Star yesterday.
They were. I got a chance to catch up with Dawn Elliott right here at Omni Frisco, and she was more than thrilled.
Fullback in front of Elliott. Handoff Elliott. Punch in the middle of the line. Driving in. Touchdown.
And Zeke is coming back over with a kiss. That is his mom.
I am with Miss Dawn Elliott, mother of Ezekiel, and what an exciting day this has been for Cowboys Nation, but especially for your family.
Just so excited, and to actually, be honest, I didn't hear it from Ezekiel or his agent. I mean, my phone is going off to texts from my friends, and so then I called his agent, and Rocky answered the phone, and Ezekiel was already over here, so I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
So you have not talked to Zeke yet?
Not at all.
You are most Cowboys fans' favorite follow on Twitter because you say it like it is, and we love that about you. But how hard was it to be away from social media this whole time?
It wasn't hard. I just was like, okay, I'm going on a hiatus for a minute because, once that one article, I was like, wait a minute, that's not even what I meant. But, just seeing so many different things come out, and then you really know what's going on behind the scenes. It's just like, wow.
How did he keep his spirits up?
He keeps in contact with his teammates. I mean, contrary to, what people might think, but, he has close friends, not only with his teammates, but they're like family. They're brothers. So, he talks to his teammates and Coach Brown, and they have a very good relationship.
How proud are you of him? Because this has been a hard month.
Yeah, I am overjoyed for him. Ezekiel has always worked so hard, and I can't think of anyone that deserves it more.
I'm so happy for them. And guys, there are still rumors that there might be a press conference today to hear from Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and likely his agent. So we will keep you posted.
I love how she said, I haven't even heard from Ezekiel. My brother is the
such a
same
boy
way.
thing.
That's what
You talk to your mom, though. We know Mama Church.
Oh, yeah, you know I know Mama Church. Oh, Denise, she's always calling in on the show. I mean, it's great to have your moms that supportive, and I'm happy for them. That's awesome.
We might have to get her back soon.
Yeah.
That will be happening in the works. We are taking a break. When we come back, we promised you we would get into the Giants matchups a little bit closer. Saquon Barkley, he will be coming to town on Sunday, as well as a little Throwback Thursday. Stick around for more on Cover 4.
You want to Cover 4? Go Cowboys!
Zeke getting fed right here. It's his time of the game to close it out.
Here's Prescott keeping for the touchdown.
At the 40, running away. This is amazing. Touchdown.
How about this, Cowboys?
Look at that face.
I love ending on the Eli face.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Tex over here on camera for putting our dope videos together.
Put Tex on camera.
Can we put
before
Tex
this
on
season.
camera
We are.
right now?
Can't do it without.
Tex. Okay,
can't do it
no,
right
maybe
now.
next time. Anyways, behind enemy lines is where we are going. And first up, Dave. Everybody's been talking about Zeke, but we got to talk about Saquon.
I love this matchup because, like, in the modern NFL, it's all, like, nickel's the new base and nickelbacks get more money and you need 3 corners and 3 receivers. It's a pass-happy league. Not when the Giants play the Cowboys, because you just signed Zeke, and then you got arguably the second best running back in Saquon Barkley. All about this running back, honestly, with all due respect to Sterling Shepard and Evan Ingram, like, he's the guy that scares me the most. He's incredible. He's a threat. And luckily, what do the Cowboys have? 2 highly athletic linebackers in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Like, this just feels like an 80s matchup. Like, this isn't what you talk about in the NFL these days. I can't wait to see it.
Barry, I see you shaking your head over there.
Oh, I mean,
this
is going to be an amazing matchup. I mean, you got Saquon Barkley, who's arguably 1B to Zeke's 1A. I mean, he makes guys miss like no one other. He can catch out of the backfield. He has versatility. I mean, these linebackers are going to have a handful, but like you said, they got the speed and they got the versatility as well to hang with them. So I'm excited about this matchup.
Okay, but what about, like, they are going to throw the ball around, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like you said, nickel's the new base. I mean, no one ever played. You might get 10 to 15 snaps of base nowadays in the NFL. It's a pass-happy league, but I feel like the Cowboys match up well on the outside as well.
Amari Cooper, we don't know how much he's going. I mean, he's playing. He said he can play through the pain.
He was full yesterday.
Matchup with Amari and Janoris Jenkins. What are we thinking?
Oh, that's going to be a great, great matchup, man. We have 2 Pro Bowl caliber players. You have Janoris Jenkins at the corner, who has all the quicks in the world, has all the speed in the world, who can run with any receiver. He's kind of a gambler, though, so you can get him on double moves. And on the other side of the ball, I mean, you got Amari Cooper, who's kind of the best of both worlds. I mean, has athletic ability. He's a freak athletic ability. He can run past anybody, can jump with anybody, can out-physical you. And I'm just excited about this matchup. I'm going to have to give the slight edge to Amari Cooper just because I think Janoris is kind of a gambler. So we'll see.
Who does the better double move than Amari Cooper, right?
This is true.
Demarcus Lawrence yesterday, Taylor, in the locker room, someone asked him, what's your status for the game? He said, I'm married. It's my status. Is there anyone better?
There's no one better than D-Law, but he will have a test this week against right tackle Mike Reimers. And guys, like you're talking about what he said in the locker room, he is ready to wreak havoc. The Hot Boys are back for a second year. And I think this will be a bigger test for D-Law. He's going to have to keep Mike Reimers guessing all day long because this is a harder test than what he is used to in Eric Flowers.
D-Law's a showman. He's
a showman.
He's the best quote, although he hasn't had a training camp. He hasn't had a preseason. I do want to see what he looks like. Not betting against him, but this is his first real action.
And you know what? You're right, Dave, because in the past when players have said wreak havoc and then they have a game, but D-Law has proved that he can do that. We saw that with the Saints game last year.
You worried about him, Barry, coming off injury?
Not at all. I mean, he's a pro's pro, and he has the full artillery to go out there and do what he wants to do. He can power rush you. He can go around you with his speed. So I don't see a problem with him doing his work out there. He's an all-pro. Practice time or not, I think he'll do damage.
It is Thursday, people. You know what that means. Throwback Thursdays. So we have baby pictures of Dave. Just kidding.
Oh, I wish.
I wish.
Heart just dropped into my
Flashing back to 2015. We do so many pranks on this show. 2015 Cowboys and Giants. You guys, anybody remember this game?
I do.
Remember where you were?
A little bit.
Cowboys beat the Giants in the season opener. I was standing in the end zone as Witten caught the final touchdown, and Mickey Spagnola's face was one I'll never forget.
Man, Barry, you were here. Like that season started with so much promise. Obviously, it didn't wind up going that way, but man, what an exciting way to start that season.
That was my first season working here.
You thought?
I was like, coming off the 2014 year, revenge season. Barry Church is going to lead us on defense. We're going to the Super Bowl, and then the fateful day.
Do you just erase that out of your memory?
I tried to. 2015 was probably one of the worst seasons I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, no lie.
We had a lot of injuries that year. Like you said, we started out hot, but the injuries kind of just took over that season.
All right.
Wow, what a bummer.
Let's move in to the two.
It's not going to get any better. I know it's on the rundown.
You want to look at 2007?
Not really, but I mean, it is a meaningful game. I mean, the last one of the how many divisional round heartbreakers have we seen the Cowboys lose over the last decade or so? This being, the first one during Romo's career. Interception right there at the end on what could have been the game-winning play. All right.
Gary down on the side.
This is a young person's show. This is a young person's show. I was in college, I think. So Barry, you were in college? Hey, you were in high school?
Sophomore in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
So heartbreaking. All right, all the way back though to 1991. Barry, how old were you?
I was 3 years old.
All right. How about them Cowboys?
Mickey Spagnola is going to be furious with us when he sees this, as if he would watch Cover 4.
All right, 91 game. Throwback Thursdays are always a good one.
You know what's funny is it's such a storied rivalry. It's the NFC East. I get that. They go back and forth. Both teams have won a lot of big games. It's been mostly one-sided over the last 5 or 6 years.
I completely agree.
The Giants swept y'all in 16. They were the only team that had y'all figured out. But other than that, this has been a Cowboys-heavy rivalry over the last 5 years.
By the way.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Hey, you won 13. Who cares if you lost 3? It's fine.
All right, guys, it's time for the 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
How important is it, Barry Church? I am looking at you.
Pressure's on.
Start this season 3-0. 2 of those games are division games.
Like you said, 2 of those games are division games. I feel like it's important to start the season 3-0. If you start out the division 2-0, I mean, you're ahead of everything. You're 3-0. You're ahead of all the NFL. I mean, it's a huge start, in my opinion. It's a huge start.
And it's easy probably to overlook whenever the Giants and Redskins, I would say, are down and you're kind of up.
Oh, it's definitely a down season for those 2 teams, but you can never overlook a division opponent.
Yeah, and Dave, I'm glad you brought up the 13 wins they did have in that 2016 season. They started that year 2-1, losing to the Giants the first game, and then you got that nice pick week 2 against the Washington Redskins. So yes, you have an easy stretch right now, but it is not live or die.
It seems like the Cowboys, sorry Dave, the past few years, Barry, they've kind of tripped and fallen in the middle of the season, and you go back and really need those at the beginning.
You do, and you don't think about it right now.
I'm not going to let the Cowboys off the hook. I'm sorry. We're talking about Super Bowl hype at the start of the show. Zeke is back. This is a talented roster, and I know every game in the NFL is hard. I get that. But you're talking about 3 straight teams that don't have real playoff aspirations on a schedule that includes the Saints, the Rams, the Eagles twice, the Minnesota Vikings, Aaron Rodgers and the new-look Green Bay Packers. It's going to get tough. You cannot. Excuse me, I forgot about the dynasty.
Sorry, I
forgot
had to
about
remind
the New
you.
England Patriots.
Patriots.
They got to win these games. The Giants and Dolphins specifically could be in the running for top 5 draft picks. Like, they're not going to have good seasons. You got to win these games. You have to.
If you lose these games, what does it do to the team's confidence?
Exactly.
I mean, that's why I think it's important, but we'll see.
There's 16 games. I get Taylor's point. The season's not over if they don't start 3-0, but you got to take advantage of an easy slate. You have to.
Guys, I'm excited about Friday's show. They don't know what's coming.
Oh, right. We got something up our sleeves.
Switching it up on you guys. It's going to be great. Fridays, we will all be back. Barry is getting ready for his podcast next week.
Oh.
Players Lounge. It's going to be
Today's at 3.
great. Stick around for more as we wrap up the week tomorrow morning at 9:20 right here on Cover 4. Baby.